All right, we are recording, we are live, we are good to go with Grim Fandango. If you were not here last week, let's recap real quick. We are Manny Calavera, a travel agent of the dead. You die, you go to the land of the dead in the 8th underworld, according to Mexican folklore, and you have a 4-year journey to take. That 4-year journey could take you 4 years, or if you lived a good enough life, you could purchase a ticket on the number 9 train all the way in 4 hours instead of 4 years to your final resting place. So we've uncovered a web of conspiracy, it seems, where we're getting shafted out of tickets. We even stole a good soul, and we took that good soul and it ran off, but we tried to give that good soul a good travel package and we couldn't do it. We didn't have access. So what the devil's going on? We run into a fellow named Salvador who is organizing a revolution, and it's only him right now, but he knows something's up at the Department of Death, and he wants to uncover it. He has recruited me into the cause, but really I'm just after my my number 9 ticket sale. We're gonna make this happen. Let's bring this game up. Let's get our OBS. OBS loves to update right before I want to stream. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness. Are we live? Are we ready? Are we good? We're good. We're so good. Oh, cool. And we are doing this with commentary. A quick reminder to everyone out there who's wondering why there might be me sitting here listening for a while. All right, we gotta click in it. There we go.
And just the amount of research that went into all of this, because I just remember Tim going to every film noir movie ever, and we would just all the time there would be something to do, and he's like, want to go to the movies? And it was just, I mean, you can see it, the dark shadows, and then the music. I mean, everything is just so film noir and really pulls you in.
Yeah, I remember us all going to see Casablanca.
Yes.
I think it was in the Castro
Great movie.
Theater or something. It was one of those old San Francisco theaters. I forget which one it was, but it was, the whole gang of us went. And
yeah, remember, did you guys go to the Golden Gate Fields for the horse races? I know they weren't.
I wish.
That was part of it, because I think there were some scenes around that, and that was just fun. I mean, just the research trips.
Yeah,
those were fun.
What's up, subject to change? I still haven't figured out this whole frame rate business. Like why it, like, even my mouse is like, just poops its pants every so often. I'm not sure why. This scene in particular is causing it to poop its pants. Can I run around here? I forgot, so y'all let me know how the volume is, by the way, because all my stuff got kind of shifted around a little bit. Must have just been a busy scene. All right, I forgot we are also on the lookout for all of the achievements. So let me actually bring up my achievement list, because we ain't gonna miss out on anything. Oh my gosh, everything I've tried to turn on today has updated. Everything, browsers, stuff. I'm like, I just want it. I want it now. I don't want to update it later. Boop ba doop. This isn't like cheating, is it? I don't think so. For one, I've played this game like 5 times. And the other thing, none of these achievements actually spoil anything or tell you how to do anything. It's not like a walkthrough. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We gotta read all these letters.
My wartime communications from Salvador. He's been sending me messages like this for the last year.
Agent Calavera, I have word that you arrived in Rubalcaba safely. This is great news, as your service to the LSA may now continue. I am pleased to report the successful hatching of the eggs you liberated. The hatchlings, which Eva has named Manny and Meche, are quite healthy and eager to serve our cause. With luck, my next letter will be borne to you across the sky by these young gossamer wings of truth. For the revolution, Salvador Limones.
Yes. I'm not done reading it yet, but maybe later.
Nuh-uh, you read them letters. Them letters are important.
Calavera, it is indeed a great day for the revolution.
all of them.
Say hola to little Manny, the first enlisted messenger to serve the LSA. Please feed him some breadcrumbs and send him back quickly. so we may know that our maiden flight was a success.
Oh, it's a success. Of course it was.
Manuel, I am sorry to hear that you have not heard from your Meche. You must be patient and let your heart remain open. If it is meant to be, you will someday be reunited.
Ha! He still thinks I'm in love with her.
I'm not in love with Meche.
Manuel, we have found the head of the serpent. Using the computer access you provided us, we picked up a thread that led us to the man who corrupted the Department of Death. His name is Hector Le Mans. Once a small-time racketeer, he has grown fat and powerful by robbing the newly dead. Watch out for the name Hector Le Mans, Manuel, and be careful.
Hector Le Mans. You know, all the playthroughs I've ever done, I do not think I've ever gone through all of these.
Dear friend, our movement now has true momentum, and our numbers are rapidly growing. Much of this is due to our communications and intelligence systems, both of which we owe to you. In light of your contributions, I would like to announce your promotion to Special Agent status.
Yeah.
I, Salvador Limones of the Lost Souls Alliance, salute you, Manuel Calavera. You are a great ally in this noble revolution. Great news. We've discovered a new secret talent of our tiny messengers. We don't know how they do it, but these mysterious birds can actually find their targets just by looking at a photograph of the addressee. To celebrate, Eva has made them all little berets. I'll send you some pictures.
That's awesome.
Manuel, I am troubled by reports of you buying the automat and converting it into a nightclub. It's fine for you to be comfortable in Rubacaba for your long stay, but I pray you haven't lost sight of the larger goals. It is not this world, but the next in which our true glory lies.
I just got this one today.
Beware, Manuel, for you are in grave danger. Somehow rumor has spread on the streets of El Marro of your presence in Rubacaba. If this information reaches Hector Le Mans, he surely will send his evil operatives after you. You must give up your search for Mercedes for the time being, and please, be out of Rubacaba on the next ship.
I think he's exaggerating the danger a little.
Achievement.
But I do feel
Yeah.
pretty stupid for putting my name on the big sign.
Yeah, if you think about it, he was on the lamb. Whoa.
So Tim created a character, which I very much appreciate. I love her. Her name is Lupe.
I love
And
Lupe.
she happens to be a little bit based on me and my idiosyncrasies. And so when I remember one time we were hanging out, and he told me, he's like, see, how can you tell me that I don't understand our relationship? Like, I can write about it. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he said, see, she's super organized. Nobody listens to her, but she has a lot of really important things to say. And see, we need her. And that's what you realize.
That's awesome.
So I was like, oh, I love you. And she does karate kicks. That was the best, like, because I like to punch people. And so if you notice, sometimes, I don't know if they have it in here, but she punches in the air.
awesome.
She does air punches.
That's awesome.
She was really easy to cast because I had such a great frame of reference for her.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Leslie spells her name Crazy Town. Did you see the spelling of that? Leleslee or some such?
Lady Luck.
Barry Monk, number 2. 2 is the winner.
So this is one of the parts in the game that was very inspired by Gilda. You ever seen Gilda? I think Rita Hayworth.
No.
It's a great
I'm gonna
noir
go home and
movie.
see it now.
It's amazing, and it's the scene that you always see when they show Rita Hayworth, where she just flips her hair up and says, "Who, me?" So anyway, it's about it's set in a resort town where there's a casino, and the main character, there is a main character is working at a casino, and there is this kind of corrupt local law enforcement officer who shows up every night. And the way he gets paid off by the casino to not bust it is that he always comes and bets on number 2 at a certain table, and then they always give him his money, and number 2 always wins and stuff. And so that, I think it's the same number in this game. We always use number 2.
Plus, les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please. Le numéro gagnant, le 16, rouge, Barry Monk, 16, red. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
So this deal is
Look out below.
Le numéro gagnant. Le 9, rouge, impéré manque. 9, red.
This is an outrage. I bet on number 2. Why didn't it come up number 2?
Ah, monsieur, je suis vraiment désolé. I do not pick the winners. These things are all controlled by the man upstairs.
Well, please tell the man upstairs that Police Chief Bogan was very upset when he left. And when he returns later this evening, he would prefer to have better luck.
Oui, monsieur. Bonsoir. I will definitely tell him. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît.
So what we did, just so you know, when I first played this game, the very first time I played it back in 1998, I did this puzzle before I even went downstairs, and ever since I've always done this puzzle before I even went downstairs, because the only thing you have to do if you're trying to get rid of the cop, there's a cop downstairs who's taking bets at a certain table, and you have to turn off the magnet so his bet loses and he gets very upset and he leaves, and that comes into play later in the game. I didn't know the first time I played it, so this is one of those puzzles you can fix before you even realize that there was anything to do. It's a pretty fun one. Oh, Lupe. Should we talk to Lupe? Evidently not.
I wish you would slide down the banister, because we put a lot of effort into sliding down that banister. Come on, slide down the banister. I recommend any player who's in this room slide down the banister. It's much faster than walking.
Especially if you're 6 and you don't have terrible consequences when you hit the bottom.
Hey, W.C. Mitchell.
Actually, kids, you should go slide down the banister of your house right now.
Everybody's got to do it once.
I don't think we have enough banister for Sam to slide down. Can you do it? Let's see if we can do it. He looks at it. Come on, look at it, Manny. Come on. Let's do it. There we go.
Hello, Manny.
Hola.
I love Glottis. Like, if I could have a best friend in the world, I mean, I have a best friend in the world, but if I could really have a best friend in the world, it'd be Glottis. He's the raddest. He can play piano
Manny,
and
the
drive
police
cars.
chief walked through and I tried playing a song for him and he yelled at me.
Oh, don't sweat it, Mano. He's just mad because he lost at the tables.
Isn't he always supposed to win so he keeps liking us
Aren't they all?
and never raids us?
He wouldn't raid us. It's a holiday. Quiet night, huh, carnal?
Day of the Dead ain't good for business, Chief. But last night, remember last night, Manny? Oh, wait!
What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, you know, love song for a special lady.
Sing a little bit of that song, why don't you?
Let's hear
Well,
it.
I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it.
I really want a sticker that, like, has a picture of the bone wagon on it that, like, says my other ride is a bone wagon. Even though that's, like, I said that to Stephanie out loud and it sounds incredibly perverse. But if you're in on the joke, it's fine.
You think she'll come in tonight?
Who, my special lady?
No, Meche.
You know what, Manny? I think she will. I got a feeling tonight's the night.
You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Ah, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club. We got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Gladys, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've got to find Meche and help her, because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
Well, I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
Sweet, got the achievement. Talk to Glottis. Navigating these tables is challenging. Suppose, there we go.
I remember animating Manny sliding down the banister. And I remember
I know,
Tim
that's an
kept
achievement.
calling for
I'll get it.
something.
Thank you, W.C. Mitch.
He's got to look cool. And so I did that, and I don't think he was ever.
I got it on the
so
list.
I don't know. Apparently don't know what cool means.
Gotta put some Ray-Bans on him.
Yeah. I mean, Manny's a suave guy, but I don't know if suave guys slide down banisters. Maybe I should have done it slower.
Wonder which Dave that is. I wonder if that's... Dave Grossman didn't work on this game, did he? Maybe he did.
Ah, Amarillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Yes, I'd better take this with me for safekeeping.
Oh, let's just do it.
Well, maybe just a sip.
Yeah, baby. Achievement. How do we put it away? There we go. Let's go into this room, see what's up. Steve does love the bone wagon. Stop it. Oh, what was that? There's a Z. Whoop. No, I don't want to leave. I left. I didn't want to leave. Manuel slowly turns on. Tank controls. Yeah.
Manny's music, the Casino Calavera music, is that was a big moment.
You did. You came into the bone wagon.
It was done fairly early on, and it kind of it determined a lot of other stuff, just sort of stylistically.
Mm-hmm.
Get that sort of Gene Krupa thing going on in the beginning. And
Gene Krupa.
Yeah, one of the great drummers of all time.
I love Peter McConnell. Like, he's got so much awesome music knowledge.
Not while they're losing.
Let's talk to this guy.
Everything okay down here?
What happened to Monsieur Bogan's lucky streak?
It ran out.
Well, so did he.
I always want to have a really international flair. I guess because Casablanca was very international. But also I love the game Last Express, the Jordan Mechner game. Last Express, you're on a train. And there's a lot of listening to conversations that are not presented at full volume because you're eavesdropping. You're walking down a hallway and you hear someone talking in a room, but they'll often be very quiet calls, and sometimes in another language, like French or German or something.
Mm-hmm.
And just the idea of like overhearing a quietly spoken French conversation was so neat in that game that you tried to have people talking in other languages and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The croupier and the gambling room speaking French.
Hey, I just want to take a minute to thank everybody. Let's turn this down. I just want to take a minute to thank everyone for coming to watch me play a a fantastic adventure game. But everybody coming out to hang out with me playing this game instead of watching a State of the Union tonight, or State of the Union, excuse me. It means a lot, and we all know you can TiVo the other thing, so that's fine, right? Yeah. Just saying. I appreciate it.
Black.
Mind if I sit down, Charlie?
Of course not, Manny. I mean, it is your club, right?
Well,
Something
I've got
got
a club
stuck.
to run, so
You hear that?
Oh, yes. Please, Manny. Get on with your glamorous life.
The marble got stuck. That sound was gonna make me crazy.
Oh wow, I forgot about that mural.
Plus we missed this.
Supposed to be sort of really good. Oh well, thank you. I did that. Did you? No, I did, but it was based on like a Gustav Klimt.
I don't know who that is.
But then I also did those really bad textures on the roulette wheels. And
oh, they're fine.
Oh, no, but I remember Adam Schnitzer actually getting angry at me. He was like, "Don't paint light in the paintings."
Who got angry with you?
Oh, not really angry. I mean, he only hit
You probably felt the same way as me.
It was gonna do it.
Maybe he's not cool enough, so I got that kind of street. Just make it cool. Canadian.
What's that about?
That's now so not cool.
Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed.
There we go. Now we can sit quietly and we don't have that marble going.
what are you doing in my club, Charlie? Didn't I tell you not to come back until you can pay your bar tab?
Oh, or they kicked me out of that cat track for printing fake betting stubs. So now I have to come here, Manny, which I love,
I love how these skeletons all have, like, very distinctive paintings on their face. Like, it makes them look as sleazy as you think they would look if they were human.
Chowchilla Charlie.
Oh, yes.
That name comes from an actual person I know who was from Chowchilla, which no one remembers anymore, but when I was a kid, an entire school bus full of children was kidnapped in the town Chowchilla. Do you remember that?
No.
In California.
Wow.
A school bus full of kids was kidnapped, and the people demanded ransom. And it was crazy to think about. It was on the news. It was
Jeez.
Chowchilla. Everyone was talking about this kids, and eventually they were found and rescued, and I don't believe they were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I can talk about that story now.
Yeah.
And all the kids went home. But and then years later, I just a friend of ours was dating this guy named Charlie, and he was from Chowchilla, and I was like, "Oh wow, were you on the bus?" He was like, "No, I was sick that day." I was sick. I didn't go to school that day, and so I didn't get kidnapped.
Wow.
And we always referred to him as Chowchilla Charlie.
Wow.
And he's now in the game as Chowchilla Charlie, even though his personality is not as sleazy as this character. He was a fine, outstanding, although very lucky guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
But this is our Peter Lorre character.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Casablanca, this dude really resembles Peter Lorre, who is also in The Maltese Falcon and a few other things. He's pretty big. You recognize he's got a very unique voice. Kind of a Christopher Walken of his time.
How did you print fake betting stubs?
With this.
What that is.
Isn't she beautiful? The last time I was incarcerated, I shared a cell with the most dishonest con man I ever met. He was strictly small time, and I managed to steal this from him quite easily.
Thanks. You never know when this may come in handy.
Hey, give that back to me, Manny.
Maybe once you settle your bar tab, eh, Charlie?
Oh, Manny.
What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
So can you make passports?
Manny, you still think like a living man in so many ways. No soul needs a passport. We are all citizens of the same nation, and our king rides a pale horse.
So no passports?
No. No, that little hologram is so tricky, you know?
How about driver's licenses?
Sure. Just, give me a recent picture, $50 in, about 2 weeks, okay?
When I think of something I need, I'll come back.
I'm not a wishing well, Manny.
Why aren't you over at the roulette tables?
The roulette is for lonely widows and Frenchmen. Why don't you get some slot machines, Manny? Everybody, old women, little children, they all love slot machines.
He's not wrong.
And I have a system, an infallible system for beating them.
What? Really?
I'll think about it.
I can tell when you're just humoring me, you know?
I think slot machines attract an undesirable element.
Oh, well, we're all undesirable, Manny.
Yeah, but your credit's no good to boot. All my friends are lonely widows and Frenchmen.
Except me, Manny. I'm here to keep you sane.
I wonder if the people in Manny's club are working off time, too. Like, maybe not the people that are just hanging there, but like the workers?
Tell me your system, Charlie.
I can't tell you my secrets, just this. You have to become one with the bandit, Manny. You have to get inside the machine and make it want to pay.
On second thought, stay away from my roulette tables. That's a nice suit. Where'd you steal it?
Manny, if you learn to play the odds like Chowchilla Charlie, then maybe you too can have a suit this fine someday.
Well, I've got a club to run, so...
Oh, yes. Please, Manny. Get on with your glamorous life.
Yes, achievement unlocked. We are on our way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go talk to Lupe. And we're gonna get... I've never got Gladys to play Lonely Anchor before, or Rusty Anchor before. So I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, some of these things, I've never dug this far into the dialogue. Like, ever. Could be a Monkey Island reference. The voodoo lady. Hello, Lupe. I'd like to talk to you. Oh.
So these like scenes are from the production of the game in a way where Leslie would come to me like, look what I made. I made a chart of every single scene in the game, plus every single actor, and I coded it. Yellow means Manny's in it, and blue means this prop is in it, and she's so excited about these things that she did, and this character is doing the exact thing.
Yep.
You have to take things from your life and put them in your work, you know, even though they don't read anything to anybody else.
Otherwise, well, that just means work will be about life rather than life being about work, right?
Oh, thoughtful. I love Lupe. She's one of my favorite characters in this game.
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
Yes, I think tonight's the night that you finally go nuts from waiting for the grand entrance of Ms. Mercedes Colomar.
Who does Lupe's voice? Because she sounds incredibly familiar.
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Yes, I think tonight's definitely the night.
Thank you. It's my fault she's out in the woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
Man, he's been waiting a year. It took him, like, no time to get there. I mean, he took the bone wagon and the underground tunnel, but still.
Bogan looked mad when he left?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, we all run out of luck eventually.
Careful, Manny, or you're gonna get us shut down.
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino. The casino's hopping. Why is it that all the people who don't go home are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
Everything okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order. It's beautiful. I can't wait for people to come in and try the new system. It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Okay, tell me about it.
Okay, tell me all the details about your new code check system.
Yay! Okay, I found all these plastic tiles in the back, left over from the automat, and guess
Nice,
what?
W.C. Mitchell.
They all have numbers on them.
Very
so
nice.
what I'm doing is, I give one to everyone who checks a code in and... Manny, you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
Forget it. Don't pretend to care.
No, I want to hear.
Hup. Oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
Please, tell me all about your new code check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Carol.
No way!
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
It's funny, we were just talking about Bruce Campbell today. Achievement. And you pull up a Briscoe County Jr. reference. One episode of Briscoe. I'm gonna have to look her up later. Terry Ivins. Good gravy, this frame rate stuff is driving me crazy. There's literally no reason this should be having problems like this.
Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was no good. I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
Trancers 5, yeah. It's Domino. Why would Meche do that?
This gonna be an annual thing with you, Manny? Every Day of the Dead, you toss your bones into the drink and I fish 'em out?
I don't plan to be around that long, Velasco. As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ha ha! That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. That's the other side of the world. Ain't no ships going out that way but the old Limbo here, but...
But nothing. If the Limbo's my only hope, then I'm already on board.
Well, good luck, son. That's all I got to say.
Alright, we're gonna... This is making me crazy. This is making me bonkers. Let's turn windowed. There we go. Resolution scaling native. What does that even mean? I don't know. Advanced lighting on. I don't know if it'll fix it if I make it... We'll see.
That's Kay Cuter. And Kay was, I don't know, late 70s,
Gosh, this is the best
early
voice
80s,
in this game. Maybe.
And he had big, long, gray beard.
Yeah.
And he was a raging smoker.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You'd have to break him every 45 minutes.
Oh,
otherwise, he'd start getting into a really bad mood. And on one of those one of those sessions, he plays the croupier later on, where he speaks French and English. It's just he delivers the numbers. We were behind on time, and so I sort of pushed him to an hour, and all of a sudden, I found myself in an argument with Kay over how to pronounce 20 in French. And so I was like, it's definitely time for a smoke break. On get out of here.
All right, hold on just a second, because when I did that, I screwed up one thing. Boo, 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 boo. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I did. Hold on. Patience, my friends. Boo, 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 boo. All right, here we go. I was cutting off everything. You don't want to do that. I don't know. I feel like it's still busted. I tried. Oop.
All right, so I'm ready to sail.
On what?
On the Limbo, man. Let's go.
Manny, the Limbo's not a passenger ship.
I love the way he
Just
said
small
that.
cargo, son. And every hand on board works.
I'll work.
What are your skills?
Sales and restaurant management.
Oh, hey, there is one opening on the Limbo's crew.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. And your buddy Glottis would be perfect for it. But he'd have to get his own tools.
Okay, if I get Glottis some tools, can we board?
He can, yes. No offense, Manny, but there's just no place for you aboard the Limbo. She's fully manned already. In fact, her whole crew's on board, ready to sail at dawn. Except for that one guy.
I love that now I can picture a long gray bearded chain smoker when I hear him talk.
Who's the one guy who hasn't boarded yet?
Yeah, well, Seaman Naranja's a little late, but he'll be here before they sail.
What job did Naranja have?
He ran the galley.
Aha! Restaurant management.
Yeah, it's similar to what you're doing now. Except the fish is fresher on the Limbo.
What if Naranja doesn't show up? I can fill his spot, right?
Manny, you're not even in the Maritime Union.
Sounds about right.
I know that, and you know that, but we're two guys who can keep secrets, right?
Glottis is exempt, but the captain will ask for your card. And if you don't have one, they'll serve you to the sharks like chum. And what's worse, I'll get fined. That's a tough union, boy, and I don't mess with them.
So let me get this straight. If I get Glottis some tools,
then I can get him a job on the Limbo.
And if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work,
but he will,
and I get a Maritime Union card,
which you'll never get,
then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
Authentic CB equipment only.
Where do I get authentic CB equipment?
Why don't you ask a CB? Afraid of getting stung?
That was so much more difficult to understand what he was talking about without subtitles. I used to think it was CB, like commercial band or consumer band. Like, what the crap do you need a CB for?
Where do you think Naranja is?
Probably home selecting recipes for the trip.
What's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
This happens to be a perfect scale replica of the SS Lumbago. I'm just having a little trouble getting the walking beam to fit in the neck here.
That's funny, because a lumbago is usually more of a problem in the lower back than the neck. Nothing. I'd better go finish packing.
Aye, you do that, son.
All right, let's go get our next achievement.
Don't have that kind of equipment. It shone pale as bone as I stood there alone, and I thought to myself how the moon that night cast its light on my heart's true delight, and the reef where her body was strewn.
That was a good poem. I like it. Got an achievement for that, by the way. Ba-bam! All right, so we got to do a couple things. Oh, look at where we are. We have never been to this area before. Let's just go way around it.
We definitely should give a huge shout out to Peter Chan.
Oh, Peter Chan's art's amazing.
Yeah, I'm still jealous of that guy.
Chan the man.
I know. Just when those packages would come, it would just be like Christmas, and you'd open, you'd see those, and you just think, oh man, and he's a nice guy too, you know.
The weird
happy
thing about
family.
that was I never experienced like the delivery of the package firsthand, but I still got excited about it.
No, they're beautiful, and he's such a sweetheart.
Peter Chan is the concept artist, one of the artists on Grimm, who actually says that Grimm is probably his favorite adventure game that he's ever worked on. Probably because of all the cool Mexican style and Aztec stuff going on and the Day of the Dead stuff. It's just kind of cool.
And I'm sorry, Garv, this is the set that you had to build
This
twice.
is Garov's, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
This was the gift that kept
And it's
on
actually
giving.
very beautiful, I might add.
Yes. Well, a second time is...
The second time I can.
But I'm sorry, you were saying that was a real building.
Yeah.
Where? Was that in Spain?
I think it's in Paris, I think.
Oh.
And I remember seeing a photo of it and being like, wait, Peter.
Good artist borrow, great artist steal.
That's true. It's true. Let's go on in here and see what's up. I think there's some timing puzzles in here.
Hey, can I borrow this book? Why? So you can freak out our plans for organizing labor and go rat us out to your pal, Chief Bogan? Hey, I'm just looking for something to read on the can, all right? No dice, Cumberbund.
Can I talk to you guys?
But don't you see? When the government fades away, so will our troubles.
Ah, nonsense. We will always need some armed force to fight off the return of capitalism.
That sort of fascist thinking is as dead as you are, comrade. When we get rid of all the guns, that's when people will begin to self-police, and the public opinion alone will keep them from committing crimes. Hola, trust funders.
Hey, look who's making the scene. It's Manny Calavera, the up, the down, the backside of the nouveau riche.
Beat it, dinner jacket. We're talking about things you wouldn't understand, like truth and beauty.
I actually know people who have argued to me the public opinion thing will keep everyone in check. You just have to be angry enough or whatever. I don't know.
And then for some reason I was always really interested in beatniks and Reds. I think because it was so foreign to me, like the Red Scare was not part of my actual life, but it always seemed like this thing it's funny. It was always funny to me to imagine how passionate people were about that, how big of a deal it was for them. And it was always so, but if from a safe distance, it was just kind of entertaining. Like, oh wow, people are we're really concerned about communists everywhere and unions and.
No, I remember when I was a little kid, there were people would still talk about communist plots in all seriousness. Yeah.
That's a thing. I mean, it's legit. Let's go ahead and get what we need from these folks. How do we do that? Well, we prove to them that we're part of a revolution. That's what we do.
Hey, did I ever tell you guys that you remind me of my friend, Salvador Limones?
Salvador Limones
Yeah,
is a
pretty much.
fairy tale, a spook story the man tells the masses as he puts them to sleep.
Idiot! Salvador Limones is a very real and a very great man.
Salvador Limones.
He also writes a mean letter. What is this? I, Salvador Limones, salute you, Manuel Calavera?
A great ally in this noble revolution.
You really know Salvador Limones? What's he like?
Why didn't you tell us you were a freedom fighter, Manuel?
I can't talk about my underground gig, man, where I put the whole scene in Dangerville. Wow.
Heavy.
Hey, I've got a split, so, Viva la Revolucion. Oh, man. Would you cats mind if I dug on this book for a while?
Knock yourself out, brother.
Got it. Come on. Can I look at it?
Labor Organization and Revolt Made Easy. Chapter 1. The workers shall control the means of production. Ooh, better not show that to Glottis.
Because Glottis works for him.
Lola? What are you doing here? This crowd doesn't go much for souvenir pictures, except maybe of Lenin.
Shh!
Manny, I'm on a stakeout. I'm gonna prove to Maximino once and for all that Olivia's no good for him.
Still hung up on Max, eh? Take my advice, Angel. Forget about him. He's a gambling racketeer.
Like you.
Oh, that hurts, baby.
Hey, shh. Here they come.
Come on, sugar. How about a kiss for the road?
Oh, ick. Don't let me down, Nick. You're a lawyer. You're not supposed to have feelings.
I don't, but I know a good tart when I see one. Hey! If Maximino sees that, we're going to end up in matching terracotta pots.
Don't be silly. He wouldn't hurt me.
Oh, snap.
He loves me.
Something tells me there was some shenanigans going on in that room.
At last we're alone. Tell me, how are the bourgeoisie?
Fine. How's Max?
Oh, Gramps, don't start.
What are you doing with a snake like Nick?
I'd lay it on you, Manny, but I don't think you'd get it.
Messing around with your boyfriend's lawyer is pretty dangerous.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. You do get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little worried about Lola.
That's because she's doomed, Manny. She fell in love with Maximino. That's the one mistake I never made.
Do you think Nick would hurt her?
Only if he finds her, and take it from me. He's not good at finding things.
Oh, gosh. That is the first time I've noticed the innuendo in that one. But, you know, that was fun.
Open mic night seems like a big hit.
It always takes those timid souls a while to get up the nerve.
They're skeletons, though, right? What is there to find?
Maybe it would help if you went up there and started things rolling.
Oh, Manny, read poetry in my own club? That would be like this whole place was just a big temple set up to worship me.
Oh, come.
Okay. Alive. We slept. Life's just some rapid eye movement. In a warm, cozy bed. Buried. We wake. The flesh dream is over, Daddy. Now that we're all crazy dead.
Oh, the snap.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
Nah, you're gonna read another one. So to get this achievement, we have to get her to read a bunch of poems.
Hey,
and then get her to read one of ours.
Poem?
Okay. Ashes to ashes. To ashes, to ashes, to ashes, to ashes. To ashes, to ashes, to me. To ashes, to ashes, to ashes, to ashes.
Oh yeah, man. I get it. It's intense.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
Hey, how about another poem?
I know how far we're going, and it's a good
I called
one.
my cat Boney, till she said it wouldn't do. I said, why? She said, sister, because that's what I've been calling you.
Oh, that was a good one. I liked it.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
No, do another one.
Hey, how about another poem?
Okay, last one, folks. With bony hands, I hold my partner.
Pay attention,
On
this is good
soulless
ones.
feet, we cross the floor. The music stops, as if to answer. An empty knocking at the door. It seems his skin was sweet as mango when last I held him to my breast. But now, we dance this grim fandango. And will for years before we rest.
See, that's the one. That's where you get the title of the game in the game.
That was great.
Really, this time I just don't have any more.
You know what? That makes sense, WC Mitch. It really does.
A little dark in here, don't you think?
Dark and cold, like the hearts of men.
You know, I'm thinking of buying this place.
Really? I thought about buying yours for a while, but then I just decided to ask my boyfriend Max to buy it for me.
You can have it. I'm leaving town.
Manny, you sound so exciting all of a sudden. Why are you leaving town?
Johnny Law, baby.
Johnny Law, baby. You see, I'm a grifter. I'm bad news.
Yeah, right. You're running after that ghost chick everyone says you're still so uptight about. Well, I have a poem I wrote just for you. Pay attention because it's pretty short. Here it goes. Ch
Chump.
Well, catch you later, hip chick.
Keep
Oh, sweet.
practicing that lingo, man. You
Thanks for
get it.
clipping, subject. I don't know what you clipped, but hey, I always appreciate the good clippage from you.
There's that spotlight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this was another, like, we lifted up the, or took the technology from Render Droid, which was in Jedi Knight.
Oh, Jedi Knight.
But it didn't have spotlights at the time. It just had directional lights and point lights. So that was actually one of the very first things when
his first
when
thing
I
he
got,
did.
yeah,
Oh, the
when
name
I got
drop.
hired onto
Nice.
the team, which I was brand new to LucasArts, and Tim and Brett brought me in, and my first thing I was like, I'm gonna put in spotlights because I know how to do that, and it's gonna matter, and that'll be my stake in the ground. And this was one of the first scenes I worked on that had spotlights. So when Manny walks off stage and you see the light, you know, when he walks out of the light, that was a pretty important moment. Everybody thought that was pretty cool. I was like, all right, I did something. I'm in this amazing project with this amazing team, and I did something.
That really is a thing when you get a new job. You're like, what am I gonna do that makes me look like I need to be here? Like,
Testing. Testing. Good evening. I like to read a poem. Ha!
Let's see. Ha, wallow, nothing.
Go, baby.
In the slaughterhouse of my soul.
Bebop, woman.
Woman.
I like that.
Is it you or am I you?
I am your failure.
Beholding beauty around this. The end.
We hear you, Daddy.
Yeah, baby. All right, let's get. Now to get the achievement, we have to have Olivia read our poem.
Hey, how about another poem?
I'm bone dry, flesh out of poems.
Just begin again at the top. They get better each time.
Really? Okay. Go, baby. In the slaughterhouse of my soul. Woman, is it you or am I you? I am your failure. Beholding beauty aroundness.
We did it.
Hey, you stole my poem.
Consider it an homage.
Well,
And
catch you later,
achievement.
hip chick.
Keep practicing that lingo, man.
We're
You'll
doing
get it.
good. Our achievement hunt is going well so far. We are nailing it. Can I go in here? I want to. Boop. What are you doing?
Just a dab will drop you. Hey, man, you didn't see me put the secret ingredient in these coffin shooters, did you?
Relax. Olivia stole the recipe from me in the first place.
Yeah, she steals from the rich and gives to me to poor.
Poets everywhere. What can I do?
I'm not gonna drink dirty hookah water, and I can't carry it with my bare hands.
In the final version of the game, are the backgrounds actually just pre-rendered flats?
Yes, they are.
See, that's amazing to me because you know we live in the world of 3D now. We're used to floating the camera around inside.
It
of
really
these
is
things,
fascinating.
But, you know, once you chose your camera angle to pre-render something, that was it. There you go.
No, it's Manny walking around in a blank 3D room with Z depth data to clip him in front of the stuff that he needs to clip in front of.
That's kind of amazing. Like, this is a flat painting, but it's layered, and there's the ability for them to like tell the character where he exists on the flat painting.
Let the waiter clean up after himself. Nothing in the dishwasher.
That's pretty awesome. Like, when you really think about it. Oh, she slammed that thing. And now she's passed out. Good work, everybody. Alright, let's see. Can we go this way? I think that elevator just takes us up. We don't want to go up yet. Let's go talk to these bees. Nope. Let's see what this is all about.
I had never heard of actual sea bees before, and someone made that. I talked about how they could be these bees down there, and they're like, oh, like sea bees. And I was like, where are sea bees?
Yeah, they were a Navy thing. Yeah.
And wait, does that come from the letter CB? Like,
I don't know.
Or construction brigade or something?
Yeah, good. Like Jeep comes from general personnel vehicle. Yeah.
So, and this bee is called Terry because of the character from On the Waterfront, Marlon Brando's character named Terry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we got all that stuff.
He really like took a lot of things from movies, make all this work for him.
That's Raphael Sparge, who he was actually the main character in Knights of the Old Republic, in the original game. But Raphael is a big on-camera guy. And,
Wonder what he's
really
been
done a lot of voiceover, and there's a scene later on where he's addressing all of the workers. And the thing about Raphael was that he physically performs when he's in the studio.
Oh, right.
So as he was addressing the field, he kept on going off mic. And so the engineer's like, oh, we got to keep him on mic. And so I said, I said, hey, Raphael, can you stay on mic? He's like, oh, really sorry. We re-rolled, and all of a sudden his energy just went
interesting.
Down. And so it just wasn't working the same way. So we pulled out another 2 mics and put him out.
Oh, that's great.
So that he could then go, you are the fat cats of industry, and he could kind of move his head, and he still caught it. And so then we just cut around the 3 tracks to get the final
that's
take.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that takes a lot of
great
work.
actor.
They cut through the audio to like 3 different tracks to get it right. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Cold one, huh, Terry?
Yeah, it's always cold when you're unemployed, Manny.
Who's unemployed? Aren't you guys in the union?
The union? They don't look after us little guys. They're run by the coppers. And you of all people should know, Manny, that the cops are in bed with the gambling joints.
Hey, I run an honest joint. We ain't in bed with nobody.
What about the protection money?
We pay every week. On the nose, through the nose, like an honest place should.
See what I mean?
I
This
love
town
that.
is just a big conga line of hustlers, all laughing and dancing and scratching each other's backs.
Why aren't you guys up there working?
You don't know the deal down here on the docks, do you, Manny? If you want to get the jobs, you have to pay the unions extra dues. And that ain't cheap. We don't pay, and so they put us on barrel duty.
Why don't you just pay the union off then?
We got our pride, Manny. We're straight stingers, Not to mention we just don't have any cash to spare now that we're not working. I mean, it's like a problem where, the solution makes the problem, worse.
Like a catch-22?
Yeah, wow. I wish I knew words like that.
If the union is crooked, why don't you register a complaint?
That's a good one, Manny. Did you hear that, guys? He thinks we should register a complaint.
So here's the funny thing, like when I played this I was 13, I had no idea what the crap a labor union was. I didn't know any of this stuff. It's really kind of fun playing it again as an adult, especially now that I'm going back through and really digging through the dialogue and not just solving the game. Like every other playthrough, it's like, oh, I know this puzzle, and I stop listening. I got uninterested in the dialogue, which is kind of stupid when it comes to a game that's so well written. I'm really having a blast just hearing all the things they wrote.
You bees are being exploited. You should do something about it.
Yeah, what can we do? We're just a handful of unorganized drones. We don't know nothing about nothing except just how to take it on a chin.
I think you're just a bunch of complainers.
You don't know what it's like, man. Every day we come down here, we try and make an honest living. We find out that you gotta be a crooked bee to win down here. He knocks the pollen out of you, man. He makes you weak.
Since you're not using your tools, think I could borrow them?
Well, we sold them to feed our families.
Then how are you ever gonna work?
I told you things were messed up down here, Manny. I told you.
I feel like at least I've been hanging out with him because he seems to speak to me like a friend.
If the cops own the union and gambling's in bed with the cops...
Yeah, and then who really runs the gambling, right? Well, no offense, but Maximino is really the big boy in town, obviously. But word is, he gets his orders from some hardcore gangsters in El Mero.
Hector
Yeah, that
demands.
fancy cat track is really just a big laundromat, if you get my drift.
Ooh, I get it.
Hey, can I borrow one of your union cards?
What, are you kidding? You know how much I had to pay Chow Chilla Charlie to get mine?
You guys know a seaman naranja?
Nah, CBs and sailors don't mix.
But you're in the same union.
Well, maybe so, but some traditions are sacred there, Manny.
You bees gotta be strong.
Things just aren't the way they should be down here, Manny. It's like the worker bees. They do all the work, but we can't affect it's like the way that things are produced should be controlled by, we should, forget it. I'm just a dumb, hungry, out-of-work bee.
You remember the book said, achievement, yes! The book said the workers control the means of production. He's just missing the words. Do you know where any sailors hang out? Shinmu reference. WC Mitch gets 10 points for the Shinmu reference.
I think these are the words you're looking for.
Here we go, baby.
The workers shall control the means of production. The workers shall control the means of production. Yes, that's it. That's what I've been trying to say. Who will stop the fat cats of industry from building these ships with the pollen of the exploited working class? I say we fight back!
What's this? Maybe a bee agitator?
I say lay down your tools right now and show the man just who makes the honey around here!
Communism.
Does it? You know, I always thought bees came in two colors, yellow and black. But you look all red to me, my friend.
Ah! Hey, what are you doing? We've got the right to assemble peacefully.
Good. You're going to need a lot of assembly after we take you apart, comrade.
Manny! Get me a lawyer! Get me a lawyer!
Logan, that's gonna make it tough to spring the kid and get him back out here. Good thing I know a lawyer who owes me a favor.
Mm-hmm. We need his union card. What's down here? They don't have their tools, right? And that's what I needed. I don't think that need to be down here yet.
It's locked.
Yeah. This is for later. Wonder if I run all the way around. Hey, it worked. I ran all the way around. Yay. Okay, now back. Fun loops. Gosh, I love this game so much. Love this world. Alright, let's run back across here. Alright, so we know that we go in a loop. Let's go this way. What's over here? Is there anything in here?
I've tried. Only Glottis can get these doors open.
Oh, yeah, that's where we hide the bone wagon. Let's run down here, because if I remember...
There it is. Max's giant cat racetrack. How's a regular guy with 3 roulette tables supposed to compete with that?
Boobs. Hey, man, so this is the cat track? I don't know, but I have a strong suspicion that Rian Johnson wrote in those friggin' giant cat horse things in Star Wars The Last Jedi, thinking about the cat track from Grim Fandango. I tweeted that at Tim Schafer, and he liked the tweet, so I can only assume that he agrees with me. That the racetrack in, the racetrack, the casino, the whole deal in, Last Jedi is referenced to Grim Fandango.
To some extent, Grim Fandango is a bit of a mutt. It's got pieces of Jedi Knight, it's got pieces of Scum. It's got pieces of Outlaws. It's got pieces of, it's got iMuse coming in, and it's got the Lua language. So it was a game kind of made on a shoot, for all the technical challenges in it. A lot of pieces were sort of pre-existing, and kind of it was a matter of maybe a new era of game development where you don't write everything from scratch, but you kind of put it together in the best possible way.
Well, and one of the kind of the side effects of that was, since we had pretty robust solutions to video playback and rendering and art pipes in front of us, it really, a lot of the effort, aside from just making everything, all the blocking and tackling working, was spent on how to making games like this convenient and producible and artist friendly. And you had built some tools that were really unlike the things that appeared in RenderDroid or Smush or some of the technologies it was built on. So it's a bit of a mutt in that we borrowed a bunch of really great technology, but there's also a lot of really innovative stuff.
So they put together this game out of a bunch of different things. I knew they had a new engine, but I didn't realize that it had pieces of like other LucasArts games thrown in order to make it all work. That's kind of cool. Jedi Knight games are awesome. I was a big fan of Jedi Knight.
And so that guy, Toto Santos, which is the name of All Souls Day, that was one important casting thing that meant so much at the time. And I love The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
And there's a burn victim in the very beginning of the game, a guy who was burned on the ship.
Right.
And he's in the bed, and he's the first guy who says, "Guys are so safe."
Okay, right.
Is this Hungarian or Polish?
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
And we got that actor to do Toto Santos' voice, because I was like, I want him to sound like that guy from Usual Suspects. And so if you listen to him, he's just
awesome.
Like, I wanted to have him say, "Guys are so safe."
So, do you guys feel like it would be really painful to get a tattoo if you were a skeleton? Like, I mean, assuming these guys don't have any nerves, but is a tattoo really a tattoo, or are they just painting you with like a permanent marker? Anybody else want to think about that? I would like thoughts on skeleton tattoos.
Hola, Toro. ¿Cómo estás? Not now, Manny. I'm in the middle of something with Naranja here.
Oh, Naranja.
Looks like it hurts.
It is buzzing.
Whoop! I need that. You need to hold still, or I need to strap you down. I told you, Calavera, not now.
The one thing for a sound designer or for a composer, when the story is great and the writing is great and the pacing
carving
is great, whether it's a film or a game, you can't help but weigh
chipping
in
bone
in
and
a
leaving
successful
behind
way
paint
yourself, because there's this flow already and you're just participating with it and enhancing it. One of the jobs of a composer, especially in a
I can
game
see
like
that.
this, a lot of time passes, and you need
carving
to
the
both
bone.
entertain the
Ugh.
listener and provide musical interest, but it has to also last for a very long
It's
time
chipping it away.
without being tiresome. And I think Pete did a great job at striking a balance between a great deal of musical interest, but also kind of hanging back and taking its time and letting the story unfold, letting the player concentrate on the game.
Is there anything back here? Thought I could come back here. Can I come back here? I can.
I really doubt I'll be touching that anytime soon. A lot of stains for a guy with no bodily fluids.
His generator can't run the fridge and the tattoo thing at the same time.
Who is over there?
I love how all the characters have very distinct
A lot of the commentary in here.
voices that match their personality and their look. Like, how much would Tim give you direction, and how much was your direction influencing?
Well, like ideally, when you go through the process, you you have character pictures along with the audition copy, and we would send that out to the various agencies, and the auditions would come back, and I mean, it kind of, the process kind of does that for you because you're listening to the auditions and you're looking at the picture and you narrow it down to like a handful of candidates and then sort of we'd sit down with Tim and just go through them and that's sometimes there's only one choice, you just know it.
Right. It's just so great.
Yeah.
All of them.
What you do is you cast for like the major characters, and then you use that same talent pool with a lot of the smaller characters. Right. And so that's why Kay is, he was cast for Velasco, but then the croupier just was one of those that's like, okay, well, that fits, he works.
So you let the actors pretty much kind of come up with their character as well when they look at the picture?
Yeah. Definitely. Like for those secondary characters, they're totally undefined when you're in the studio, and so you just kind of sit there, look at the picture, look at the lines, talk about it, just dial a voice in, and then go.
I just create. I love it. It's just creative everywhere, like through the whole thing. Like not just with us, but even with the actors and
Right.
stuff like that. And you really are like watching a movie.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Absolutely. And you really want that relationship between sort of the voiceover director and the actor to be collaborative and allow them the freedom to bring stuff to the table and try things, and it just adds a lot.
Me and Shag Fidel. Near them for your bell profile.
No, I want to go back this way. I need to leave. Boop. So the reason we opened that fridge is because later we're going to need to distract both Toto and Naranja, because we're going to spike his drink with that blue stuff that made all the people in the restaurant pass out. It's important. Look at this bridge. I want a bridge that does this. Oh, let's go to casino time.
It's strange. The characters in this game don't like to go into crowded areas, almost as if it's too hard to render them.
Yeah, because we try to go in.
I'm not sure what I hate more, crowds or cats, but I'm definitely not going near either one today.
10 minutes to go.
They don't have much use when they're alive, and stuff, they don't have much more.
What's back here? Anything? Nope, just a giant hallway.
Fuchi, that smell es peor que la muerte.
We need this.
It says revolutionary design leaves can edges safe and smooth for kitty.
This is a litter box. There's a lot of kitty poop in it.
Great. Now it smells like a giant cat litter box and some sort of gelatinous demon mystery meat product in here. Mmm, smells good. But I'd rather eat my own arm.
So what does this do? There's a thing on here, right?
Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline, was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubacava for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the second week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Sandspoof was in the lead.
Sandspoof. If anyone names their cat Sandspoof, I will send you 2 dork stickers. Happily. There's no commentary in here? Wow.
For your own safety.
Alright, I forgot what this place was all about.
Hey!
This is just to show you that there's a window on the other side.
Looks like a great night for cat races.
Telling you, The Last Jedi took it from this.
Cats racing. We were always so sad that we never showed the cat races, but that was for budget reasons. Obviously, we didn't want to cut the actual cats, but I wanted to have giant cats running on a track like that.
And the idea of a cat's racing being herdable enough to race is pretty. Why cats?
Why cats? There was a. God, I don't remember. Why cats? That's a good idea.
I mean, I just remember making the music going well, well at some point, because you're near the kitty litter.
Tim doesn't even know why he had cats. that's ugly. Surely it'll get over this. Oh, you guys know what? I haven't saved in like a long time. Let's do that. Boop, 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 boop. Save game. Save. Why is this frame rate so janky? I don't understand. Empty. Not empty.
Do not pet the cats, please.
It's like something happens every so often that just jacks the whole game up. What are you trying to do? Whoa, did you see that? That was weird and glitchy. What the crap is happening? Alright. Hold on. Let's load where we were a second ago and just see what happens.
Do not pet the
Weird.
cats,
I have no idea what that was all about.
You know, there's all these background scripts that do things as you enter a room. It's like it's, you know, start all these scripts when you enter the room, like that do all these background actions. Then when you leave the room, it's just to stop all those scripts. And it was all, you know, left to chance because, you know, left to programmer.
Yeah, they wrote all this in Lua.
There was
and like
one.
scripts hand off to other scripts that hand off to other scripts.
There's a script that runs the cat races, and it runs the announcer for the cat races, and it actually, true to Tim's attention to detail, he wanted it to actually simulate cat races. And
There
actually,
are actual cat races going on.
there are cats that are being raced, and the same name will show up, and you'll hear this cat getting ahead of the other one. I think Chris Purvis did that.
Yeah, and the odds are.
What do you
real?
mean to literally, sub?
Yeah, Manny's wallet fills up. No. The cat races are running, and so it's in the background. The announcer's running, and it's the simulation of these cat races being run. And yeah, they never killed that script. So you play the rest of the game from the cat scene, and the cat race simulator script is always running.
from the moment the
That's
cat
awesome.
races start to the end credits of the game,
To the end of time.
the cat race simulation is going on in the background.
There are still kitties racing today.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. They never killed it.
Anybody there?
Look, I told you we don't have any kitty hats today.
What?
You have to wait until Tuesday. That's kitty hat day.
I don't want a kitty hat.
Fine with me. What's your bet then?
I don't gamble. It's a conflict of interest for me.
Then why did you call me down here?
For the friendly conversation.
Oh yeah, it was.
Hello?
Hairball surprise. Bringing up the rear. Oh, hi. Betting stub, please.
What?
I need the betting stub for the race you're interested in.
Interested in how?
Interested in seeing the photo finish file for, of course.
Oh, I don't have a betting stub.
Oh, okay. Bye.
So we've got some stuff to figure out there.
One more lap to go.
Those guys are important. I just can't remember why.
What a race.
How big were those when you drew them? Like the posters and the murals and
We
stuff.
could actually work rather big.
Did you have Photoshop back then?
We had Photoshop, but I don't know if we had layers back then. Or
Oh, we had layers.
I think we did. Oh yeah, we had layers, but maybe
Paul
only.
just didn't know what they were.
No, but I think too. You only had one undo. Or
Oh my
maybe
gosh,
two
could you
undos.
imagine?
Oh wow.
One undo? I would cry. Like, no.
Oh, sorry, monsieur, but this is the elevator to the High Rollers Lounge.
That's where I'm going.
It is members only.
You must be new.
And you must have a VIP pass to come upstairs. Adieu.
Okay, something else I'm gonna need. Going on up.
Speaking of database, I mean, that was really how we accomplished so much, right? Is from an organizational standpoint of the
Databases.
music,
The world
of the
runs
sound
on them.
effects, and of the voice. And I remember, especially for voice,
untrue.
how critical it was. And what we in the sound department would do is inherit and share the use of the database with the voice department. And you could do a search and isolate all the lines for, say, Manny, or isolate all the lines that needed to have reverb baked into them, or another type of processing. And then you would just divide and conquer and just master everything in groups and bring it all together, have a single reference for volume, and use the database to keep organized and isolate different found sets of different criteria.
People amaze me that they can do these things. Oh,
Well,
buddy.
Manny Calavera, you never come up here to see me anymore.
She has a voice
I
too.
thought you could use the company with everybody gone for the Day of the Dead.
What's
In
her
that
voice?
case, Manny, why don't you stick around until 6? That's when I get off.
Her character's a little bit inspired by, I think it's Big Sleep too, where Bogart, he's hiding from someone. He needs to hide in a bookstore.
Right.
And he goes in there, and there's a woman in there, and she's really into him.
Tip of Ben-Hur 1863 edition, the one with the errata on page 47 or something.
Wow, that is
Wow.
a memory. Yeah.
Well.
And it's just really, he looks at her, and he's like, she seems like she's really attracted to him, if I remember correctly. And he like takes off her glasses and is like, yeah, okay. Like it was really kind of messed up scene. But
well, it's that that was the subtext of the noir film.
And then he pulls the shades.
Hanky-panky
Yeah, the
will go
hanky-panky.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they lock the door and pull down the shades. And that's a little bit what this scene is all a reference to or inspired by.
Because she's telling him her story.
I love the Peter McConnell Tim commentary. Like those two guys together are awesome.
Busy night?
Hardly. Everybody's gone home for the holiday already. This place is dead, and I'm bored, Manny. Bored.
This is Pamela Siegel.
Pamela Siegel.
Who plays Bobby.
Holy crap.
King of the
Really?
Hill. She's quite a character. She's a minivan with flames on the side and a skull on the
Wow.
front where it replaces, I don't know what brand it is, but let's say it's Chrysler or somebody, and so instead of the Chrysler logo, there's a skull and crossbones. She's pretty funny.
Dude, that's awesome.
Did she just do this as one big long...
Yeah, all one take so she could build and build.
Yeah.
And, you know, let it sort of ebb and flow.
And obviously Pete's quotation of home, there's no place like home, is something we all admired in Carl Stalling, who did a lot of the composition for the Merry Melodies, Looney Tunes cartoons. And anytime, as you may know, that a chicken comes on screen or something, it'll play Turkey in the Straw or various public domain songs that were relevant to the subject of the moment. So she was reminiscing about home, and Pete strikes up.
That's really cool.
There's no place like home.
What's the shuttle waiting for?
Oh, they're just cleaning it, but they're very thorough. We run a tight ship here, you know.
She's Bob. That's what it is. Well, you know what? It's worth a visit back to the old school stuff. Like there's a lot I haven't recognized either sub. But some of those old noir movies like The Big Sleep and stuff, I highly recommend finding them at some point and giving them a watch. Like honestly, I got really into old school movies once. I wanted to watch all the classics. Casablanca surprised me how good it was. When within 5 to 10 minutes, you're over the fact that it's black and white and it's super old and you start really digging it. Rugrats, that's where her voice comes from for me. Thank you, C. Mitch.
Why don't you come by the club anymore?
Well, to tell you the truth, Manny, it's your little coat check girl. All that bubbly energy, I just want to strangle her.
I've tried that. It doesn't stop her.
Let's save it real quick. We haven't done that in a bit. We'll just go back to here and overwrite that.
Can I try out your metal detector?
What's your sudden interest in metal detectors, Manny?
I'm just a collector.
Well, I'll show it to you when I'm on break. How's that?
When's your break?
Dawn.
Oh, that's too late. I'm shipping out tonight.
Yeah, right. I've fallen for that line too many times.
I think it's time for your break. We could slip in the back for a little drink. You can tell me all about your job, the danger, the metal detectors.
That back room's all business, Manny. And so am I.
What kind of business goes on back there, Carla?
Strip searches. And you don't qualify.
Why don't I qualify for a strip search?
Manny, I agree it would help pass the time, but we have procedures and rules here. And you never know when they're watching. I can only strip search people when a regular search turns up nothing.
And we need that strip
search. Worth a try.
Ooh, I love this part.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk.
Look at all that stuff I handed over. She's not even curious why I have a can opener.
Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
Are you sure I can't just...
Don't touch.
Well, let's get her to strip search us.
Well, maybe just a sip.
Did you see that? She like got up. That was a glitchy. Boop, boop, boop. Is gold metal detector? Yeah, I guess it is. Depends on how much metal is in the gold, right?
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk.
No, she's not. Well, I am a Reaper, so that's not that shocking.
You sure you're not packing anything else?
Nothing that would set off that thing.
Then, sir, I'm afraid you'll have to step into the back with me.
Rules are rules.
And of course, with my dad being in the military,
We have to
moved
listen
around
to
a
her
lot.
talk until she starts
I
crying.
remember this one town we moved to when I was in the 1st grade.
Oh, really?
In order to get the
Yeah,
achievement.
the only industry in the area was figs.
Ex-Reaper, yeah.
Acres and acres of fig trees everywhere you looked.
That's interesting.
I myself never really cared for figs. I always liked dates more.
Actually, figs are a personal favorite.
Or prunes. Don't you just love prunes? They have such a great texture. They're all wrinkled up like my Grandma Hedwig's face. Oh, poor
dates.
Grandma Hedwig. She was always forgetting things.
Hedwig, now that's an interesting name.
I remember one time back when I was 6. Or maybe I was 7.
Ah, 6, the golden year.
No. I had to be 6 because Mr. Rufus was still alive. Now there was a good dog, Mr.
Funny,
Rufus.
that's the name of my bookie.
He was such a sweet little puppy. We didn't care that he was deaf. He was as deaf as they come, but he'd still
Huh?
try to
What's
bark. And it would come out sounding like a cat coughing up a hairball, which our cat often did. He had
Have you ever
such long
eaten bark?
hair.
It's not that bad.
I don't really like long-haired cats, do you, Manny? They're just so... I like short-haired cats.
No, they're harder to pick out of the grill.
They seem less stuck up. People think I'm stuck up sometimes, believe it or not. No, they really do. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm so shy. I was shy all the way through high school.
Yes, you seem shy.
I never went to a single dance. Can you believe it? No, don't get me wrong, the boys would ask, but I'd just run away. My mom said I could have been homecoming queen
Running
if I
away.
just smiled
That sounds
once in a
pretty good
while.
right now.
She always said, a smile is the most important part of any outfit. Well, maybe I would have smiled more, Mom, if you hadn't drank so much. Was I supposed to smile when the cops called us in the middle of the night to tell us to come get you out of the drunk tank? Maybe if I had smiled more, Daddy wouldn't have left us. We'd be together right now. You, me, Daddy, and Grandma Hedwig, and Mr. Rufus. And I'd be wearing my homecoming
That
queen
reminds me, I
crown
need to
and
call my bookie.
eating figs and I'd... Oh, Mother!
And?
I'm so sorry!
Oh, God! Now. Here, let me hold that metal detector for you while you cry.
Did you just come back here to ask to borrow my metal detector?
Yes.
What is it with you in this thing? I'm sick of it, Manny.
That's
If this
amazing.
is all you want,
I've never
you can
listened
fight
to
the
that.
cats for it. Why is it all men are after the same thing? Except you. The only woman you care about is that Calamar dame, and she split on you. I don't know what she did to you, but you know what? I'm done trying to figure it out, pal.
Carla.
We got it. We got the achievement. I have never listened to that story before. That just made me so ridiculously happy. I can't even tell you. That's amazing. What do you think it would make a good sticker? To, like, cause she said you guys only want one thing. Like you guys have seen the memes of men only want one thing and it's effing disgusting. Like if we had a sticker of just the metal detector from Grim Fandango that said that, That would make me really happy if I had that sticker.
Bye, Carla.
Drop dead!
Alright, let's go get that thing.
Balls of fire. Catching up.
I love knowing that the cat race is going on in the background, like, all the time.
Well, that's the hole I saw Carla's metal detector fall through. Oh, no.
Nah, we got this. Boop, 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 boop. Oop, that's not what I wanted.
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be.
It's around here somewhere. We just gotta find it. Whoop. I feel like he turned around. You feel like he turned around? Because I do. Oh, I guess we could, it probably beeps more. Oh, it's louder. What do you... Ah, hang on, Manny. You turning around again?
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be.
Why is he turning? This is weird. It's like turning all the way around to use the scythe in the same place that he's been using it. Can I run around? No. I know it definitely, you come out here. I don't know why he's waving it that way. And why he's turning all the way around. Doesn't feel right. Maybe I get off at this.
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used. I don't want to mess up my blade.
I don't know why he's turning around. What are you doing?
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be.
That's strange. Oh, wait. No, oh, I put it away.
Tempting as it is, I just can't bring myself to jump in the giant unclean kitty litter. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there.
Let's just see if we just reload the thing. We turn the other way. What the crap, Manny? Alright, we're gonna leave the room and come back. Maybe it's just glitched. Maybe our entry is glitched. Because that's totally supposed to pick it up. Well, that's going to be really weird if we can't get the metal detector for some reason. There we go.
Aha!
Ha! Ba-boom! I love the success music. It's my favorite thing. Well, it surprises me that there's actually no
could be worse.
No commentary in the kitty litter box area. Like, you'd think if there's anywhere it would be there. All right. Let's continue.
No more bets.
Wait, whoop! I don't want to go up there. Do 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 do. Beautiful scenery. Airships. Like, the world needs more airships.
I'm a strong believer in things that should be when you're making stuff, it should be something that could only been made by you or in that group of people, and at the time you made it in the place you made it.
Yes.
You know? I think Grimm is definitely that case. Like, that's one of the great things about Grimm. I think it's a collection of amazing artists like you and the visual artists and the programmers and the actors, and everything that came together for that game was just such a was almost an overwhelming distraction of amazing artists coming together. Like oh my God, look at that background. Oh my God, listen to this music. Oh my God, listen to that voice. So I think it makes that game really special. But it also has a lot of personal details that are just kind of woven into it that makes it so, like, even if we were making this game from scratch with the same intentions today, it would just be completely different.
It probably would. Oh, we gotta save this. We haven't saved it in a while. It's doing that weirdo glitchy thing. Save game. Save game slot 2, yes please.
I don't know why there's so much union jokery in games that I've worked on, but I've always found it maybe because it was a big part of like movies that air like on the waterfront, you know, and not so much unions, but mobster corrupt unions.
Right.
There's always a big part of that, you know, going on, and then also like worker, anti-worker, communist themes going on. Like it was all tied together, and I don't know if that all sprung out of On the Waterfront or other
Well,
movies.
On the Waterfront though was kind of
I need to watch this movie.
Sort of championing the plight of the working man, but it also was talking about the dark side of the union thing for sure.
But it was a corrupt union. It was a mob-run deal.
That's true.
Corrupt union. All right.
I remember at the time it was a big debate. Like, should we require P100 or P133? Like penny 100, penny 133.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, nope. Your target platform is whatever was on sale at CompUSA for $500 last year.
It's like a P70.
Yeah, it's like
oh my gosh.
P60, I think is what we
I forgot what it mattered.
P90 at the end, but it was one of the things where it's like those kind of constraints where it's like you really could pull it off with all the kinds of machines we had in the company, but the average consumer who we wanted to sell the game to did not have a machine like that. So that's one of the vagaries of the PC market that still persists, you know.
Yeah, and you wouldn't, you know, when you think about Grimm, you wouldn't necessarily think, but there's like all hand-coded assembly rasterizers in here. There's hand-coded assembly blitters in here. Lots of like layout asset management.
Oh my gosh.
This was
programming is hard.
This was a tricky game to optimize and to get running acceptably on the kind of machines that people were going to be running it on. But it doesn't, you know, it doesn't come off like the same technical challenge as a Jedi Knight or something like that. And it wasn't. I mean,
it's different kind of technical challenge, much more kind of interdisciplinary.
It was really getting all this weird stuff happening at the same time.
So crazy. What's up here? I don't know. Let's find out. Nothing? Oh. Oh, it's a I've never been in here.
We wanted them to show.
Ever.
Eventually, you're going to see him do a bee dance, which we were really proud to get. I had to actually do some dancing for the animators.
Never been in here. I don't think.
Because, you know, when bees find pollen or a bunch of flowers, they fly back to the hive, and then they shake their abdomens in a certain way, which tells people what it helps lead the other bees.
That's right. Yeah.
So when Terry's trying to lead the, he's this right here. He's like trying to lead the other bees, and so he gives them a speech, and then he shakes his abdomen a little bit to tell everybody where to go. Shake, 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 shake. I can do that dance really well.
Hey, Terry, that was a beautiful speech out there.
Yeah, maybe so, but it landed me in here.
Don't worry. I'll get you the best lawyer in town.
Okay, Manny, but quick, before the movement loses its buzz.
I can't believe I honestly don't think I've ever been in there. Like all the times I've played it, I don't know that I ever came up there and walked forward and went into that room. We gotta chat with the morgue over here.
Late night at the morgue, isn't it, Membrio?
Oh, Membrio.
You know I can't sleep with John Doe's on the slab, Manny. If I don't ID these rose gardens tonight, I won't be ready for the two that come in tomorrow. And before you know it, I'm up to my ass in azaleas.
That's amazing.
Oh, Membrio, my brother actually makes Membrio, which is a quince jelly that you eat with cheese. Membrio means quince.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Membrio.
Oh, Membrio, that's different.
Yeah. What do you think I said?
What a sad story. These stews sprouted and no one came down to claim them?
Death makes sad stories of us all.
How's business?
Booming, unfortunately. More crime every day. And more sproutings like these. Something's happening back in El Morro, I think. And its dark hand is finally reaching us here in Rubacava.
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm digging for a treasure that part of me does not wish to find. For when I uncover that sad doubloon that tells me who this poor soul is, my reward is not riches, but the chance to make a phone call and break somebody's heart.
Oh, I remember what this puzzle's all about.
With this equipment, the search could go on for some time.
He's just using a little garden tool.
Can I help?
Sure. Grab hold of this leaf right here. Manny?
I can't do it.
I know. I was just testing.
How do you do this job?
Without becoming jaded, you mean? My secret to happiness, Manuel, is that I have the heart of a 12-year-old boy. I keep it over here in a jar. Would you like to see it?
No.
Sorry. Old coroner joke.
Do you ever worry that your job is getting to you, Membrio?
Well,
I love Membrio. This
forensic botany is a trying job, Manny. But have you ever spent much time here with a florist? In life, they became florists because they love flowers. But here, a flower is a symbol of pain, of death within death. Their conflicted feelings build and build, and eventually, they become quite mad.
Thanks for the tip. I guess I'll send balloon bouquets from now on. Membrio, why do you stay in town? Why don't you head off toward the Ninth Underworld?
Manny, you can only search for something for so many years before you stop believing in it altogether.
You don't believe in the Ninth Underworld?
Why do you think we're all here in Rubacava?
Because you're waiting to earn off your time or you can't afford passage or...
Manny, we've given up. All of us. When you've been here long enough, you will too.
Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
Achievement. We got it. Forgot what we needed the metal detector before, but now I remember.
I don't really want to do that.
How was the lighting handled on the characters in each environment? Does anybody remember that?
Appealing, trying to remember how they built stuff.
However, we were able to set up a couple of lights. I think that was it. I mean,
wasn't there some information that you guys would take the set? Because didn't we have to save a copy of our sets with, like, you know, the key light and the fill, or just
lighting is hard in real life and in games.
Very simple.
That's all I know.
That's possible, yeah, as like a starting place. But I mean, it was all very kind of rudimentary.
And you had to be really strategic with, you know, what is the best use of a minimal amount of lights to accommodate the character in the entire scene that he's got to be in.
Yeah, there was no, I mean, for all this stuff, there was no roadmap or procedure for like, oh, this is how you do 3D forests or light character. I mean, we had to make everything up and solve every problem to get everything to happen pretty much in this. So there's a lot of just on the fly, different people figuring stuff out per scene, how to make something work. And as a result, some things work better than others.
Some programmers are fun to listen to. So they've got like a. Then some programmers are dry. How do you guys feel about the programmer commentary? You want to keep listening to it? Because I mean, I find it kind of interesting, but it's also kind of dry, and I don't want everybody to get, you know, super bored. Let's give this to Membrio.
I don't really want to do that.
No, you want to give it to Membrio. You just need to look at him. Pick your head up. There we go.
Will metal detector help the cause?
Hey, just like downtown. You never know what this'll turn up.
I
An
do.
engraved ring, a belt buckle with somebody's name on it. Who would wear a belt buckle with the... Oh.
Membrio's name is on his belt buckle. That's what we're gonna assume from that. Alright, running up the stairs. This elevator, I think this drops me back down. What all do we know? I don't want to go back here yet. I want to go back upstairs. We need a wait. We need a betting stub, right? Have we figured that out yet? We don't know anything about this cat race betting stub thing yet. Okay, yeah, we don't know anything about this. What else do we know? Got this thing. Alright, let's go up. Now we've made our rounds. We've been everywhere that you can go in Rubalcaba. Except for the High Rollers Lounge, which we can't get into yet. Because we don't have a pass, right?
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny.
Do we need to talk to her?
I have a note for you from Lola.
Lola?
Yes.
There we go.
Now, where is it? Where? Oh, here. No, wait. Dang, I have a whole new system for messages. Just let me... Here. No, wait. Ah, be quiet. Here it is. Wait a second. It's empty. There was something inside. It felt like a key.
A key?
Yes! But did somebody come back here and snake the key while I was sorting the coats? Who would do that? They messed up my whole system!
You had a key.
Evening, Lupe.
Well, I want to know where...
Hi, Manny.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
We don't have anything to talk about. But she had a... There was a note from Lola. Yeah.
I just had a run-in with Domino and Meche. We're leaving town.
What? How?
Domino's got Meche. We're going after them tonight.
What should I do?
Just sit here until I get a boat.
Sit here. Check. Okay.
Sounds good.
I know it.
Alright, I've been everywhere. What do I gotta do? Oh, wait, we can ask him. Maybe he can get us in the High Rollers Lounge.
Manny? Can you make reasonable union cards?
Oh, we need that too.
Are you going to start moonlighting, or are you just
Rusty
looking
Anchor.
to
I know,
hang
I
out
gotta
with
get the Rusty Anchor.
sailors?
Can you do it or not?
I have a deal for you. If you can retrieve my money
There
from
we go.
Maximino, I can make you president of that crooked union.
I don't need to be president. And why does Max have your money?
I put a whole suitcase of it up for collateral on a rather large wager last month. The race was fixed, Manny. They stole my money like common thieves.
Yeah, I
Here,
need to talk to him.
take
There we
this
go.
VIP pass and use it to get into the High Rollers Lounge. They won't let me in there anymore. There should be a safe somewhere in the wine cellar, and my suitcase should be in it.
And you can get me a card tonight.
If you make it back, Manny, the card will be on the table.
Like literally on the table? Or like figuratively on the table? Who knows? Alright, so now we can go to the High Rollers Lounge. Sweet.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets.
Alright. Shoot, gotta run through here. Game got all glitchy on me again. There we go. Smooth about it again. Alright, let's leave. Calavera Cafe. I have a t-shirt with the Calavera Cafe on it. I think the fastest way is just down the way we came. Right?
I think we're gonna come up to Garv's set that I destroyed that I destroyed 2 weeks of Garov's work by trying to learn how to 3D model, and somehow I ended up erasing 2 weeks of his work. Because it was the fish place that you had to redo.
Oh yeah, the elevator.
Oh jeez, that would
the
suck.
Elevator and that place with the fish.
Place with the fish. The elevator had a fish. Yeah, this is probably the fastest way. Plus, the running across this bridge is kind of epic anyway. Blimp. We really do need more airships in the world. Would you ride an airship? I would ride an airship. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo.
Tuesday is Kitty Hat Day.
That's an important note.
I'm sorry, monsieur, but...
Here's my pass, Jean-Claude. Now shut those doors and drive.
Oui, monsieur. But actually, my name is Raoul.
Right? All right. We are there. Let's go visit Maximo's office. There's an achievement we get for hanging out with him. The crap is Maximo's office anyway. Big black triangular door. So there's Nick. Screw you, Nick. I'm gonna talk to Maximino first.
Rubicava is named after a girl I knew in the 4th grade.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a fun fact for you.
Wow.
She's married now. Doesn't use it anymore, so I get to use it.
You're keeping it alive.
Tim Schafer is a clever man.
Hello, Maximino.
Why, if it ain't Manny Calavera, come to see how the big boys play, eh, Manny?
From what I can tell, they play with kitties.
Kitties, roulette tables, what's the difference? They go round and round all day, and they're both more reliable when they're fixed. Am I right?
Dude, who does he sound like? He sounds like that squatty Italian dude that he's been in everything, but the only way I can remember him is, did I just get that achievement? I think I did. Anyway, we'll talk to him. Blank Man. He was like the bad dude in Blank Man. Anybody remember Blank Man? Or am I alone? Damon Wayans?
How's the old cat race, Max?
Well, volume's pretty low. Most everybody's out of town.
Tell me about it.
But I've got some side businesses that help smooth over the rough spots.
Yeah, laundering money.
What kind of side businesses?
Manny, let's just say our El Mato associates appreciate our out-of-town perspective.
You know, you got a pretty nice setup here.
You got a good little club yourself, Manny. Not as nice as my girlfriend's, of course.
Did you say your girlfriend?
Hey, Manny, don't pretend you don't hear the gossip. It's not a secret anymore. Olivia and I are officially an item.
Well, I just saw Olivia and Nick kissing.
Manny, we all kiss here. We're all one big family, you know?
No, I mean kissing, Max.
Manny, Olivia and I are in love. Nick Virago's been my trusted counsel for years. You shouldn't even joke around about their character like that. It could make me very angry.
I'm here for Charlie's money. No, seriously. He says you have a lot of it.
Oh, I got a lot of it, but none of it's his.
I like the new blimp.
Yeah, I decided not to let what happened to the Olivia 1 get me down. Imagine, you try to impress your girlfriend by building her a beautiful airship, and what happens? It goes and crashes, explodes and burns on your own track. And kills her favorite cat, too. Not the kind of thing that makes the young girl's hearts go aflutter. I'll tell you that, toys.
Your new waiter's got quite an attitude, even for a snooty waiter type.
Hey, Manny, when you put labels like that on people, it's like you stick people in these little boxes and never let them out.
We're all in little boxes back home, Max. 6 feet under.
Now you're talking like the town coroner, Manny. Cut it out.
I'm not joking.
That's enough, Calavera. I mean it. Now, let's talk about something we can agree about.
I'm leaving town tonight.
That's great, Manuel. No one needs a vacation more than you. Get out of town. Forget about that Meche woman.
Well, I'll let you get back to staring out the window.
Just can't get enough of my cats.
Yeah, we just had to visit him in his office. I'm pretty sure we just got that one. How do I check that? That's Alt Tab. That's not the same thing. What is it? Shift Tab? Shift Tab. Aha! Yeah, come see how the big boys play. We got it. Alright, let's go talk to Max. Let's go talk to Nick. Nick Virago.
Well, I remember, speaking of VO, I remember you casting this, and then I remember you vanishing. Yeah. And you were gone for so long recording this.
Yeah, I was down in... Actually, it was the only one time we rented an apartment rather than staying at a hotel, because I was down in LA recording this for 6 weeks, and then I was bookended on either side with 2 weeks for 2 Lucas Learning projects.
What's Lucas Learning?
And so it was.
Yeah, you just moved away.
Yeah,
I need to know.
It's a long time.
Had an apartment for the voice stuff. It's crazy.
Nick Virago, what are you doing working in the High Roller Lounge? I would think Maximino's private lawyer would have his own office.
I do, but they don't serve drinks there.
Got a little lipstick on you, lover boy.
I already got rid of that, and I can do the same to you, Calavera.
Oh, there's my key. Lola's key.
So if I were you, I'd keep my jaw shut.
Nick is sleazy.
Nick, I need a lawyer.
You get yourself in some kind of trouble, Calavera.
Friend of mine's in the slammer.
So will you be needing a regular lawyer or an excellent lawyer?
An excellent lawyer.
Any excellent lawyer or the best excellent
This is an achievement too. We just gotta keep buttering him up.
The very best is good enough for me.
And who would you say that would be, Calavera? Who would you say is the best lawyer you know in all the land of the dead?
Well, the best lawyer would have to be a dead lawyer.
You are, Nick.
That's right. And that's why Maximino retains me on an exclusive basis. So, sorry, but I don't do odd jobs.
Bah. But we did get the achievement, so yay?
Nah, he'd see me do it.
How do we do it? How do we get that thing from him? I can't remember.
How's tricks, Nick?
Nah.
Who do you like in the 4th race?
Well, there's a white-footed tabby in gate 2 that's looking strong, but has a slight eye infection.
But you think he's gonna pull out of it and win anyway, right?
No, that puss-eyed puss is going to lose. But nobody knows, and I'm going to make him mint.
I have to tell this to someone. I hate cats.
Me too, but they keep the lights on around here.
Everything all legal with the kitties?
Yes, they keep themselves pretty clean.
Virago, I really need a lawyer.
Well, my dance card is full, so what are you gonna do?
Oh, I know.
I could tell Max
I need the
about
picture.
you and Olivia.
That sort of claim could send a man like Max into quite a rage, especially if the messenger had no proof.
Max and I are friends. He'll believe me.
People believe what they want to believe, Calavera. And I want to believe you're
Not
a smart
untrue.
man who doesn't go around spreading dangerous rumors. I've got to talk to Max for a moment. When I get back, I hope you are gone, because I'm sick of looking at you.
Oh, good. I forgot. He just leaves, so we can take the thing. Good. That's
Man,
fine.
this is gonna get me in trouble. There's something rattling inside. Must be in a hidden compartment somewhere, but I don't see a latch or anything.
You think it would kind of just fall out the way it did with Nick. There's Raul. What's up, Raul?
Busy as ever, I see.
He won't talk to me. Polygons! Oh, the turkey baster. I need this. Mine.
Looks like a turkey baster.
I'm in here now.
Here we're being very insensitive to claustrophobics. And French people. Probably would never do it today. But
well, the Twitter, just think of the Twitter response from the claustrophobic French people, right?
Looks like cans of some sort of canned meat. I don't need any cat meat.
What? I'm stuck in there. How do I get out? There we go. Woo. Speaking of getting stuck, let's make this not a problem anymore. Can I get the guy to come back up? I need to talk to him. I hit the button. I need that guy. But I can't remember when he comes back. What if I go up here? Ha ha ha. And I hide up here.
There's no opening up here.
Oh, that's why I need this. I have so much inventory.
I'd better not open it when it's full. That could spill a lot of juice.
I suppose you're right. I don't remember when he comes back. That's fine. Let's see, can we go up? This is where our good buddy hangs out a little bit later on. How do we get back down? There we go. It's weird teleporting going on. Alright, let's go get a couple more things. Because the wine cellar's where Chow Chilla Charlie's stuff is. We gotta go get this key open right quick.
What's that?
It's cigarettes. I don't know. I found it under your desk.
I don't know. I found it under your desk.
Unattended?
No, there's a shifty-looking guy with crazy eyes who put it there. I remember this every time.
No, there was a shifty-looking guy with crazy eyes who put it there.
Oh my God. Give me that! It's a bomb!
This music is amazing.
Another senseless act of terrorism nipped in the bud by Security Officer Carla. Wow. It was completely destroyed by our own detonator, so I can't tell what kind of bomb it was. But here's something.
A key. I better bring that to Chief Bogan.
Yeah, you can analyze it with your metal detector.
She's bitter. For good reason, I suppose. He just walked out on his own. I didn't even control that. Alright, actually, this would be the longer way. Let's go the short way. No, this would be the short way. So we know they wear kitty hats on Tuesday. What day did Senspoof have his fatal race? I can't remember.
Beloved Senspoof, this regal and majestic feline, was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubacava for many years, until her career was suddenly and
the second
tragically
week
cut
of the
short
racing season.
On the second week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Senspoof was in the lead.
So, what I do remember, we need that thing so we can set it to what we think we need to do. We know it's Tuesday, week 2. I don't know what those other two numbers mean. We'll figure it out. Ah! We're going. Got 2 things to do. We're on a mission. Let's go get the stuff we need over here. I'm gonna put this away because it's just stupid for me to be running around with the betting stub maker. Go, go, go. Run, run, run. Ah. Do, 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 do. I don't know how I figured out some of this stuff when I first played it. Need that. Alright. That's one puzzle we can solve pretty quick and easy. We can go do two things. Okay, yeah, we gotta do this first. Let's go to the lighthouse. Because that's what this key is for. Are you ready for this, sub? Are you ready?
It's locked.
Not anymore, I got a key, yo.
Lola?
Careful, Manny. You may not want to see me like this.
Lola! Did Nick do this to you?
Yeah, he wanted that picture real bad, but he's never gonna find it, that fink.
I'll get him, Lola. I'll show Max the picture for you and fix Nick for good. Just tell me where you hid it.
Oh, Manny, it's all my fault. Always falling for the wrong guys. You know, I even had a thing for you once. But you were so hung up on that Medshade woman,
poor
I
Lola.
figured I didn't have a chance.
Lola, where's the picture?
Tell me, Manny, would I have had a chance? Never mind. You just want Olivia for me. Tell her to improve her taste in men, or she'll end up just like me. Tell her to get a nice guy, Manny. Like you.
Lola! Lola! Oh, Lola. Hey, there's a picture of a tongue on it. And it says number 22, lengua.
I know what that's for. Alright, let's go this way. Poor Lola. Sacrifice she's made. All just to try to catch Nick. Yeah, okay. Let's go this way. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I want to get Rusty Anchor before we call it a night. I really do. It's getting late, but I want that Rusty Anchor. And I know you guys want it too. Got so much to do before we get there, though. Oh my gosh. All the steps. All the puzzles. I knew this was going to be a long one, because year 2 is the longest year. Big time. Alright, let's cause some trouble. That's what these games are about anyway, right?
I really doubt I'll be touching that anytime soon.
Jeez, so many things.
I don't really want to do that.
Who is over
really
there?
want to do that.
There we go. Has to line himself up properly. Bloop.
Look, you broke it. Now it won't shut.
And he passes out.
Still.
Yes.
What are you, dead? Keifer, wake up. I don't work on drunks. Resek Chavargo. What kind of sailor are you? Can't handle bulls, huh? Hogy te azt gondolod, hogy engemet nem fogsz kifizetni? Te teljesen bolond vagy. Well, let's go. Toto, I got your boy Naranja here. MIA he is. Well, he sobered up. I send him to Limbo. Yeah. He'll make it there by morning. Promise. Oh, yeah. That is what
Let's
I told
see what
him.
you got on you, huh, sailor?
Got it.
Seaman Anselmo Naranja, ensign 3rd class. Doesn't look like you'll be showing up to work in the morning.
I gave him the idea in first place.
Nope, we're about to fix that.
Tiger can't change his stripes. So, he's still going?
Let the moonwalk out of here. There we go.
Hey, listen to me. You've got to
Tank
take care
controls.
of yourself.
Tank controls, man. Alright, so now we got a couple things to do. We've got Naranja, which means this will be the fastest way. Let's go this way, because we gotta go to the morgue. It's funny, like when you're first playing through, there's commentary everywhere, but after you've listened to it all, you can just kind of cruise. Here, we did that. Let's, I gotta be more liberal with game saving. Into the elevator we go. I remember this would never run on my computer. The first machine I had, it would get all like glitchy and it didn't have the power. The computer didn't have the power to do it. It'd be like frames, like up the elevator. It was crap. Crappy computer. Really wasn't that crappy. Here we go. Swoop.
Huh.
Velasco, it looks like I've got one of your boys down here in the morgue. A sailor by the name of Naranja.
What? How? Sprouted? But, this town's going to hell. Sailor can't even take a 2-day shore leave without watching his back. Yeah, I'll come down in the morning.
All day long, Manny, I sought through pure sadness. I find evidence, and I piece together stories. But none of my stories end well. They all end here. And the moral of every story is the same. We may have years, we may have hours, but sooner or later, we push up flowers.
All right, we've handled the Naranja problem. Oh shoot, I didn't want to get in that. No way to back out now. We have activated it. Similar to the elevator code from the building. I told you guys how much my chair sucks. Sucks. Like, need a new chair. Need new chair ASAP. Makes butt hurt. Butt tired. Butt no want hurt. Butt is stupid. Alright. So, back when my computer could barely run this thing, that was a, walking into that on accident. It was like a 2-minute detour. It's funny, it's like I've got a super stupid powerful machine now, it can barely run it. Keeps flipping out. Frame rates are garbage. There's gotta be some reason for that. This thing ran like butter on my PlayStation. Like butter? Ran like butter. Butter run? We don't know. 22 lingua.
Hey, this is a card from my new code check system. You do care.
Can I have my code, please?
You bet. This is so exciting. Okay. Hold on. 22. Lengua. Ah! Here it is. Oh, darn.
What's wrong?
Just shoot me.
Lupe, what is it?
This can't be yours.
That's it. Thanks.
What are you doing with a tiny girl jacket?
I don't suppose there was a camera back there anywhere.
No.
She must have hidden that somewhere else.
Uh...
I'll tell you tomorrow.
I confused Lupe. Search the jacket. I think this is the only inventory item you do this with.
There's a little slip of paper in one of the
could
pockets.
make things difficult. What's it say? What's it say?
All that this paper says is number 36, the Rusty Anchor.
Let's
what is
do
that
this.
supposed to mean?
Let's do this.
Ooh, a request. Rusty Anchor. Rusty Anchor. Yeah, I think I know that one. If I remember right, it goes a little something like this.
Yes.
Oh, my boat's got a rusty anchor, rusty as she can be. Every port I go, I drop her, but she always come back to me. Oh, rusty anchor, going down, down, down. Oh, rusty anchor, guess I gotta hang around. Now I love that rusty anchor, but man, she don't love me. Hell, this morning I woke to find us both a-drifting out to sea. And every chance I get, I thank her for never leaving me. Well, my bones are carved up driftwood, but she won't never set them free. Oh, rusty anchor,
This song is the best.
going down, down, down. Oh, rusty anchor, guess you gotta hang around.
That's awesome.
Well, what'd you think?
That
Thought
was
you were created just to drive.
Well, over the years, you know, even a demon dabbles here and there.
That's awesome. Achievement accomplished. Oh my gosh.
Check out this fancy pass to the High Rollers Lounge. Can you believe how full of themselves they are over there? I don't think their place is any more VIP than ours, do you?
I don't know. I try to stay away from that place.
Really? Why?
'Cause of my problem.
Gladys? Compadre?
So that's why we had to give him the rusty anchor first. Can I play?
Whoo, yeah.
Get out from behind. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go. Where are we going now? We going back to the casino. Now the Glottis is there. Now the Glottis is there. We need to go. High Rollers Lounge, here we come. I think number 36, the Rusty Anchor. That is. No, let's go back to the sub. We'll go to the casino from the sub. That's just as quick and easy. Plus, we can swing in there and get the 36 Rusty Anchor deal done. I wonder if they rendered that twice or just did it once forward, once like, and then just ran that forward run in reverse. I think that's probably likely. It might seem weird if you're watching this. Why did they take this game? Why didn't they stretch it and, you know, make it not 4x3 and make it a full 16x9? They'd have had to go back and repaint everything to add that those missing two sides. So their solution was rather than stretch it or spend all that work, kind kind of painting again. They just added borders. Nice little Aztec themed borders. Mexican themed looking. I keep saying Aztec. It's probably not the right thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't think that would shed any light on things.
Hang on a second.
This mean anything to you?
You mean beside the song, the poem, and the bar, and the statue by that name? Sure. It is one of my most famous designs. Here, I show you.
Just hang up. Just hang up on the person.
Let's see. Number 30. Harmin Sedge, Harmin Sketter, Harmin... 36. Here. Hey, what is this?
What is this? I feel like we're delayed a little bit there.
My friend Lola left that here for me.
Oh yeah. Lola was here. Sweet girl. Like daughter to me. Tell her Papa Toto says hello.
Right.
We gotta see what that was. What did he just give us?
Looks like these cats are almost scruff and scruff.
Race 6, week 2 on a Tuesday. Alright. So that means... Oh, shoot. Why do I always try to get back in the things that are the most notorious for having difficult animations? Like, I want to get... Why does it also look like I'm crawling into lava?
Sure.
Okay, I was standing there. Alright, let's do this. This thing. Use it. Race. Week 2, Tuesday. Race 6. Because I think... I mean, that just keeps going. Alright. I don't know if this can give us what we want. We'll try it. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna be going to bed late, but we're gonna get through year 2. Because I know where this is leading. Alright. Upstairs. No! Tank controls! Tank controls! Alright, let's see. We need our photo. Let me look at it first.
It's a betting stub for, let's see, Tuesday. Week 2, race 6.
Alright, yep.
Hello?
Oh, hi! Betting stub, please.
Here you go.
Hey, this looks different than our usual ticket.
Well, that's because it's from last season.
All right, just a second. There you are.
Aha!
What? Are you a winner?
Big winner. Thanks, pal.
Glad I could help.
Yes. Oh, I get it. Things that never dawned on me. I had a photo of the cats, so I asked for that. I swapped it out with the photo I just got, which, if we take a look, is this wonderful piece of information.
It's Lola's last work, a juicy photo of Nick and Olivia kissing.
Yep. So now we can go in here.
I think that guy was up to something. Don't you, Doug? Doug?
Oh, that guy? Personally, I think he was nuts. This is it.
Let's go get Nick to work for us.
Oh, baby.
Now that we've got some dirt.
Look what I found at the photo finish booth. Looks like Naughty Kitten and Bad Tomcat are neck and neck.
What do you want?
I want to tell you a sad story of a young man unjustly imprisoned merely for speaking his mind.
It's time to shake up the hive!
Heh, we
I
did
guess
it.
our business is settled.
Almost.
What? Was that for the photo girl?
No, that was just for being you. I don't have time to get you for Lola, but I'm sure somebody will.
You didn't have time to save her either. But don't feel too bad about that, Manny. I hear saving women really isn't your forte.
I hate Nick. He got away with murder. Alright, we gotta go to the docks. We don't want to forget this. Because if we're on an achievement run, we gotta get the achievement where we chant with the bees. And then we just have, I think, just one more. We're almost done with year 2. We're so close.
Hell no, we won't work!
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Bogan is a big fat
I've actually never done this either.
Hell no, we won't work!
Hell no, we won't work!
No, we won't
Bogan
work.
is a big fat jerk!
Bogan is a big fat jerk.
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies! No more lies!
No more lies! No more lies!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies! No more lies!
No more lies! No more lies!
Sea bees!
Sea bees!
Free bees!
Free bees!
Sea bees!
Sea bees!
Free bees!
Free bees!
We're strong!
We fight!
We're killer
right.
bees! Manny! Do it in time,
Oh
right?
man, crap.
Sorry.
From the top!
Dang it, I gotta get it right.
Hell no, we won't work!
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Hell no, we won't work!
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies! No more lies!
No
No
more
more lies!
lies.
No more lies!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies! No more lies!
No more lies! No more lies!
Sea bees!
Sea bees!
Free bees!
Free bees!
Sea bees!
Sea bees!
Free bees!
Free bees! We're strong!
We're
strong!
We fight!
We fight!
We're killer bees tonight!
All right!
All right.
We're strong!
We're strong.
We fight!
We fight.
We're killer bees
All right.
tonight, Manny!
Ah, shoot. I did it. I screwed it up.
Do it in time, all right?
Okay. Sorry.
From the top.
We can do this.
Hell no, we won't work.
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk.
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Hell no, we won't work.
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk.
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies. No more lies.
No more lies! No more lies!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies. No more lies.
No
No
more
more
lies.
lies! No more lies!
Sea bees.
Sea bees!
Free bees.
Free bees!
Sea bees.
Sea bees!
Free bees.
Free bees!
We're strong.
We're strong. We fight.
We're killer
All right.
bees.
Ah,
Manny.
shoot. Okay, we can do this. It's the
Do it
hardest
time,
achievement
all
in the
right?
freaking game.
From the top. Hell no, we won't work.
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk.
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Hell no, we won't work.
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk.
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies. No more lies.
No more lies! No more lies!
Are we bees or are we flies?
Are we bees or are we flies?
No more lies. No more lies.
No more lies! No more lies!
Sea bees.
Freebies! 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 CBs! CBs! Freebies! Freebies! We're strong! We fight! We're killer bees tonight! All right! We're strong! We fight! We're killer bees tonight! All right! Manny Calavera!
Yes!
Manny Calavera! Me! Got no skin! Got no hair!
Don't need skin, don't need hair.
Manny Calavera!
Manny.
Got no skin! Got no hair!
Don't need skin, don't need hair.
Hell no! We won't
Yes,
work!
I got it.
Hell
Sweet.
No, we won't work! Bogan is a big fat jerk!
That took enough time.
Big fat jerk!
What is this?
Hell
Just their
no,
tools?
we won't work! Hell no, we won't
Those
work!
are some pretty big
Bogan is
tools.
a big fat jerk!
I'll just have the
Bogan
lights
is a big
come
fat
pick
jerk!
them up on our way out
Are
of
we
town.
bees or are we flies?
I don't think anybody's gonna be moving for quite a while.
Lies! No more!
Okay, cool. So now their stuff is laying out there. Good deal. So now we only have one more achievement. And we're done. We might stop this for tonight, because I know I've got one big puzzle coming up that's going to take a little bit of extra effort. So I might call it for tonight, and then we'll do this second part of year 2 and then year 3 next week. Sounds like a good plan, I think.
Post time! No more bets!
Let me at least get to in here. And if I can get that last achievement, let me see if I can get that last achievement, because I think I only have to talk to one dude.
You can do it! Be back!
There he is.
Wake up, Izzy.
Hey, I'm trying to get some sleep over here.
Sorry, don't mind me. Just passing through.
To where?
The elevator.
Doubt it.
Going down?
Probably. Later.
Can't I go down to the cellar?
It's a wine cellar. Wine goes down there.
Maybe you could take me down.
Maybe you could take me down now.
Oh, yeah. I could take you down, but I can't eat customers anymore.
No, down in the elevator. I want to go down in the elevator.
That's true. They wouldn't see me hit you in there, but I still get in trouble.
Just open the elevator door.
Then they really see us fighting.
Why can't you hit customers anymore?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
I don't want to fight. I just want to use the elevator.
Chicken?
How about a bribe?
Look at me. What can you give to a guy who has everything?
Sorry about my friend. I'll get him out of here if you want.
Who, Glottis? No, he's all right. He's just got to pace himself. I can barely get any sleep between changing casks for him.
Hey, let's beat up that waiter.
Not a bad idea. But he's new. Give him a break.
Okay. Nighty-night.
Yes. All right. That's every single achievement for year 2. And I think that's good. That's good. That's good. That means next week when we start, we can jump straight into finishing year 2 and then move into year 3, which is significantly shorter, and we'll be able to beat it in a single sitting. So we have killed it, man. We have annihilated it. It's been good. It's been fun. Look at how terrible that looks. Good
That
gracious.
monster upstairs is running me ragged. Oh, but monsieur, je suis très désolé. There are no guests allowed in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know.
I must ask you to leave.
In a minute, Leroy.
Raoul.
So he goes in there. Oh shoot, let's just go ahead and lock him in. Why not? We gotta do that real fast. Sorry, it's in the mini thing up there. We need to do this anyway. Be a good reminder of where we are, you know?
Hello? Hello out there? Could somebody please open the door? I seem to have locked myself in this teeny tiny room.
I am actually very claustrophobic, so if somebody, s'il vous plaît, oh, let me out of here, immediately. Oh.
You got it! Hey, I'm thirsty. Where's that waiter?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Glottis
That
like
does it.
straight up goes down there by himself. Again, this is playing because I can't. I've changed things. It's hey, and now that's empty. That's what we needed.
Fruity, but voluminous.
All right. Now that's a good place to save the game. And to call it a night, thank you everybody for hanging in there. It's been a long night. It's been fun. I've had a blast. If you want to watch the remainder of this, you can totally tune in next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. If you're into everything we do on the station or channel, follow us, hit the subscribe button, whatever. Hit the subscribe, the follow, just do something, be great. Also, on Thursday night, we're doing Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, so tune in at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for news shenanigans. It's going to be great. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate you hanging out with me all night, forever. Jeez, it's late. Playing Grim Fandango. Love this game, and I can't wait to play it again next week. You all have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening.